Wake up, MHS. I'm the one called Jake.
And I'm Kaylee.
And she's going first.
Today through October 7th, please take plastic shopping bags to the Plainfield Walmart for recycling. They are currently running a competition among several area schools. The school donating the most plastic bags will receive $1,000. Look for the bin labeled Mooresville Schools. Attention all students, the library will be closed today and Monday, October the 9th. FCA will meet at Coach Hilly's house this Sunday, October 8th from 3 to 5 p.m. Make sure that you are wearing clothes that you can get wet and dirty. See Coach Hilligoss if directions are needed.
Are you interested in a career in nursing? There's a free informational seminar about registered nursing careers for students and parents offered by IUPUI on Thursday, October 5th, 2006. The seminar will be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the IU School of Nursing on the IUPUI campus. Today for your regular lunch, there will be chicken rings, mashed potatoes, apple sherbet, hot roll, and the spectacular milk. For a la carte, there is soft taco, french fries, and chicken tenders.
All right, well, that's all we have for you guys today, so we will see you tomorrow.
That's it.
I want to take an opportunity to speak with you regarding the incident that happened on Friday before our homecoming event, our homecoming game. And it's pretty obvious that there was some activity in the stands that was not appropriate. And I obviously did not approve of that. And so I was really disappointed. But more than disappointed, I was more heartbroken and didn't really know how to respond or what to say because of the way that our students were reacting. One of the things that I said on stage, and I firmly believe this, is that our high school is a high school for all students in grades 9 through 12. And it's not a high school for any one class. And what I mean by that, it's not just for the seniors. I hear that there are some seniors that are upset because we have students who may be wearing a certain article of clothing, or we are upset because there are certain students wearing a certain footwear. There are students who are wearing certain colors. There are students who have a certain look. There just seem to be a number of issues that seem to surface that really are insignificant. What happened Friday was, as we see it at this particular point, was this, is that there were some freshmen who were possibly sitting in the junior section. Those freshmen, whether they did that on purpose or not, it's irrelevant where they were sitting at that particular point in time. But some juniors got upset with them and started to throw things at them. They were throwing coins, nickels and dimes and pennies and even quarters. I now understand that they were throwing some glass. They were really harassing them and taunting them because maybe they weren't in their assigned area. That was really disheartening because that particular area, yes, we try to design it by class. We're trying to develop some school spirit, but yet we don't want to be so territorial, and we don't want you to take such ownership that you inhibit and you encroach on people's participation in some kind of school movement. I can tell you there are a number of people involved in this particular situation, and they involve both boys and girls. There have been a number of penalties, anything from a possible expulsion to a number of in-school suspensions coupled with some counseling. Parents have been involved. We have, throughout the homecoming activities, we contacted the police. We had a number of just skirmishes, a number of disagreements between individuals that seemed to surface. And that at the game that night, they were going to resolve that issue at the game, and that's an inappropriate way to handle it, and it's certainly not the place to handle it. As I said earlier, I was really upset, and I was more hurt and disheartened by the conduct of our students. Many times in my office I hear, you have taken so many traditions away from us. And actually, in my mind and in my heart, I don't believe that I've taken any traditions away from anyone. There, throughout the years, as my principalship has gone on here, there's no question we had paddles. And I think that continues to surface. And I want to put that to rest today because we're not going to have paddles here at school. And the reason we aren't is because we had some students at one point in time who used those as weapons. They used those as tools of intimidation. They used those as vehicles to exert their authority over maybe a younger student or someone who is an underclassman. And so that doesn't help build the relationships here in school. And we want to uplift people here at school. We want our students to be positive and feel productive. One of the areas of great concern that I have as principal is how we responded as a student body. It's obvious that we had people not sitting in their area, but once I got up on stage and I saw that we had students responding in a physical manner, basically we had a mini riot. That was quite disturbing. I know that all of us want a certain degree of respect. And respect is an issue that we talked about earlier in the school year, but we're certainly not respecting each other as other individuals. We're certainly not respecting ourselves when we step out there and try to inflict some kind of pain, or when we are taunting, harassing other students. It was really disheartening and really disturbing, as I said earlier, for me as a principal, to watch some students applaud other students who were creating a disruption. You see, Field Day was supposed to be a time of celebration. It was supposed to be a time to focus on all the athletic teams and their success. It was a time to focus upon the upcoming game and to support our football team. It was a time when we wanted to come together as a school, not as individuals, but as a school, to focus on the positive things that can happen. And unfortunately, we have some students out there who think it's funny and who think that that they want to make their mark in a negative way. You know, you can impact. There's no question you can impact our school two ways: one in a positive way, one in a negative way. And the reality is this: is that those who impact in a positive way make a difference in our school. They improve programs. They set the example for others. They're able to role model. Some of the kids that were involved in our little skirmish on Friday, they certainly set an example, but it was a negative example. And the result of that was some kind of physical outbreak here. We had as I said earlier, a little mini riot in the stands where people were being pushed down. And that's not something to be proud of. It obviously created disruption in the program. It creates division. It creates disharmony. And that's not what we're about. That's not why we're here. We're here to support each other. We're here to uplift each other. We're here to role model for each other. I feel like it's my responsibility to be a role model for everyone that's connected to this school, whether it's you as a student, our teachers, our certified staff, our non-certified staff, parents. I take this role model thing very, very seriously, and you should too. You should take being a role model very, very seriously, because I can guarantee you that people have heard about our field day, and there are some that are upset, and they too are disheartened, and there are some that think it's funny. And those that think it's funny are not responding appropriately, and they don't truly understand the ramifications of a negative event. You see, it sets you back, and what you have to do is recenter, refocus, and you've got to take a look at existing programs, and that's what we're doing. You know, for us, do we even have a field day in the future? I think it's a great thing. I want to continue that tradition. I want it to continue to happen. But it's pretty difficult to do that if people's safety is going to be in jeopardy, if students are going to be harassed, if students are going to be tormented and taunted. I don't want them to have to go through that. And we have parents calling the school. They don't want their children to go through that. And it wasn't me that was throwing quarters and throwing glass and that kind of thing. I was merely just an observer. And when I saw that happen, I felt compelled to step up on the stage and to let you know, as a student body, that was an inappropriate response. One thing that really makes me happy and proud is there are many students who have come to me, many faculty members, community members, who appreciated those of you who tried to step in and intervene in a positive way. Many of you appreciated some of the things that I said, and I know that I was coming, there's no question, I was irritated and I was coming at you fast and furious, but those were heartfelt words because I know how inappropriate that kind of event is, and I understand the ramifications of what can happen and how divisive something like that can be. And the quickest way for us to self-destruct is to create division from within. See, we're all Mooresville High School students. We're all a part of the Mooresville High School family, and we should support and uplift one another. I've thought about a lot of future activities and events, and I have great concern for how we're going to respond as a student body. My hope is that we'll learn from this. My hope is that that we will step back for a moment, and each of you in your individual groups, and there are hundreds here, that you will take a moment and reflect on what happened on Friday and try to ensure that that doesn't happen in the future, because that cannot happen. That will not be tolerated. See, we're going to need your support again this week. We've got an opportunity this Friday, our football team, to play one of the top-ranked teams in the state. We need for you to be there. We need a strong student body. Find some place where you can make your mark in a positive way, and I guarantee that the school will become a better place. It's going to be the school that you want it to be, but it can't be that way if we're going to react and respond the way we did on Friday. Hey, I appreciate you listening to me. Those are my comments with regard to what happened on Friday field day. I look forward to seeing you in the hallway. I look forward to see you Friday night at the football game and all the other activities that happen here at school throughout the school year. So I wish you the best. I want you to go out and make the best of it. Make each day here a masterpiece. Thanks very much and have a great day.